Since we didn't do the live and I didn't post part 2 yet, I wanted to come in here with a little in-between video just to talk about sickle cell anemia. Sorry, I said that just to talk about sickle cell anemia and the benefits of eating healthy. I'm going to start with, I was very ignorant to changing my diet because in my mind I felt like no matter what I did, no matter how I moved, that inside of my body I would always produce sickle cells. It wasn't until this last 3 months where I have been diagnosed with hyperhemolysis that I have been doing my research, and I've realized that that is the furthest thing away from the truth that's out there. So I wanted to come on here with a quick video, and I will be posting to my page, Fighting for a Cure SRS on Instagram, tips and the notes that I found to help somebody else. And I would just want to say I'm 32 years old, and I feel like it's never too late. But if I can get this out to somebody that is 22 years old or 12 years old, then I would feel so much happy about just educating people with this information. Like I said, even with listening in the videos from the young ladies, it was young ladies that I met that went through stuff that I didn't even know we went through. So like I said, better late than never. So again, we're gonna get into just a little bit past the basis of changing our diets and including supplements if we need to, with making us better and healthier, and to be able to live a longer life with sickle cell disease. Now, I feel like I do post a lot, and I've been educating you a lot on foods, just just based on like when I post my smoothies and stuff, and when I post certain ingredients and fruits and vegetables that really help us with our sickle cell. But I want to kind of start with the difference, because I just learned this tonight, between folic acid and folate. Folic acid is the vitamin supplement that we take, which helps produces new cells. So I didn't know that part. I knew I took folic acid to help with my sickle cells, but I didn't know in what way. So it helps produce new cells, and it actually makes and stores blood cells. So it doesn't actually just make the new cells and put them right to work. It actually stores them and then kicks them out when we need them. Folate is also a vitamin, but it's a type of B vitamin that helps prevent anemia. So it builds up your iron. So folate builds up your iron, and with higher iron levels, it helps to reduce anemia levels. Folic acid is not really found in foods. Folate is. So the vitamin B, if you ever look and see like vitamin B6, vitamin B12, vitamin B8, that's what's found in foods. And the top foods that have them in there are beets. Beets. I can't stand the way they smell. I can't stand the way they taste. But I will throw beets in a smoothie in a heartbeat. Beets, peanuts, really a lot of type of nuts, like walnuts, almonds, avocado, broccoli, spinach, romaine lettuce. I just found that out tonight. I used to go for like spinach lettuce, baby spinach, or kale lettuce, but it's actually found in romaine lettuce. Strawberries, papaya, asparagus, corn, and orange juice. I didn't know that orange juice carried folate, because they always promote orange juice to be rich in vitamin C, which is good for us because that helps our immune system, but it's also a good source of folate. So when you're doing vitamin supplements, you can do folate, such as B6. I had posted a question about B12 because I got a lot of feedback about B12 causing headaches. So y'all want to watch out for this, you know, taking that vitamin and supplement B12, because a lot of people told me that it gave them severe migraines. I did ask if they think it was like maybe the dosage, was it too high? They didn't really give me feedback on if it was the dosage or not, but I got a few messages that said B12 like killed me in the migraine department. So be careful with that. I didn't get any bad feedback about B6, so I'm gonna try, you know, to start off with B6 and track my side effects and give y'all information on the side effects and see how that goes with me, because I've really been trying to find supplements to take to help my red blood cells, especially with going through the hyperhemolysis. Now, I did speak on the hyperhemolysis in the beginning of the video, so before I introduce the next part, I do want to talk about exactly what that is for anybody that don't know. Alright, so I did say I was going to speak on and talk about just what hyperhemolysis is, because it's a condition that I'm going through right now, and I wanted to educate you guys on exactly, you know, what you go through and what happens when you are going through hyperhemolysis. So hyperhemolysis is a stage that you go through where you develop antibodies. Now, I developed my antibodies. I'm not sure if I developed it from my exchange transfusion or from the effects of me having COVID, because, you know, you can build up antibodies to COVID, and that's why they were saying that a lot of people don't catch it twice, because when you catch it the first time, your immune system builds up antibodies to fight it off the second time, which you can get it a second time, just your body may be more prepared. But you also can develop antibodies to exchange transfusions, which I also was getting exchange transfusions, and I caught COVID in the middle of me getting it. So basically, it's a type of antibody. In my case, I wasn't told if it was from COVID or if it was from the exchange transfusions, but I have antibodies in my body. Where though, normally antibodies would fight off what it was developed to. So when my antibodies was fighting off the donated blood, that's what they would expect those antibodies to do, because that's what the antibodies developed as in my body. I've had about 10 to 15 COVID tests where they all came back negative. I don't have the COVID strain. So for instance, the antibodies that I developed to the blood transfusion, they're not only destroying the red blood cells from the blood exchange, now they're destroying my red blood cells. So with sickle cell, you know, our hemoglobin, or some of us only can get to a 9. I was a strong 7, 8 on days, or, you know, for the months that I was at 9, it was like, oh my God, yes, go. But I was normally a strong 7 or 8. These antibodies started to attack my blood cells that I was already producing. So before they can even turn into a sickle cell, my body was destroying them. And normally they say that this symptom or phase burns itself out, to where as long as they keep me away from blood transfusions, it eventually dies out. The antibodies eventually dies off, you know. But in these last 3 months, my hemoglobin has dropped down to below a 3. I'm not gonna say below a 3, below 4. So whereas I was in 3.7s, 3.3s, where at that rate or that point, I have to get a blood transfusion. They take me to ICU, where they closely monitor me. They slow down the blood drip. So whereas though it can happen, where it was happening over maybe an hour or 3, now it's taking 6 hours, because they want to monitor and make sure I'm not having no type of reaction, like with my lungs, you know, with the chills, with fevers, with nothing. And then they monitor how much it made my hemoglobin go up. Well, my doctor explained to me that every time I drop so low that I need blood, it kind of starts this system or the phase all over again. So I'm starting from the beginning. So where they felt that by now I should be over the hyperhemolysis, I'm not, because I've needed 2 blood transfusions and possibly will need another one this time. Only thing that that's going to be doing, they are going to be doing this time differently, is they gave me an injection in my stomach, like the Lovenox shot, that's supposed to help me produce more red blood cells. 2, as they're helping me reduce more red blood cells, they also gave me a drip medicine. I actually want to show y'all, and it's called, I have the name right here. I'm gonna have to show it to y'all because I can't explain it. So it's just like a clear drip bag right there. Rituximab, that's how they or Rituxan, that's how they pronounce it. It is a type of chemo drug where it attaches to the red blood cells of the bad antibodies. It attaches to those antibodies that is destroying my red blood cells and not supposed to, and it destroys them. So hopefully, with the blood transfusion, with the injection, and with the drip, was destroying my red blood cells in time, then I can get out of it. That's what I'm going through right now, and that's my explanation of the hyperemesis. So just getting back into the tips for changing your diet. One of the things that we also go through is fatigue. So I just found that eating more smaller meals during the day will help you, of course, with fatigue, because it helps with your it helps with your metabolism. I had a brain for it. The more smaller meals you eat, add more calories into your diet. Sorry. Help with your metabolism, and it helps with oil fatigue, because y'all know one of the main side effects, I would say, of sickle cell is being tired. So when you add more calories into your diet, you want to add more, of course, healthy calories, or calories that or snacks that's high in calories. Like, you're gonna choose like add nuts to your yogurt. Like, if you want to eat a yogurt as a snack, healthy snack, you would add peanuts. And again, I said it was like peanuts. You can add almonds, walnuts, all the different types of peanuts. Or if you're going to do like a cracker, or like a dip or cheese or something, you add veggies to it. So you'll get those vitamins, those energy vitamins and calories to help boost your metabolism, to help with being fatigued. Also, you want to add a cup of whole milk. As you know, whole milk has a bunch of vitamins, proteins, potassium, minerals in them, such as juices, 100% juices. We're adding these juices and whole milks, fluids. Fluids, I know this is one thing that I have to get better at, is fluids. At least 8 cups of water a day. For a person like me, that I do drink a lot of fluids, but it's not always healthy fluids. It's harder for me to add in 8 cups of water, because that means I'll have to take out some of those cups of soda and juices, unhealthy juices somewhere. But fluids are extremely important with like reducing a crisis, reducing the red blood cells from sticking together when you're in a crisis. So it helps reduce pain, break up, crisis, and helps it become more tolerable at home sometimes, not always, but sometimes. And lastly, you can always do a supplement, an over-the-counter supplement. So far, what I found was good was folic acid and vitamin B6. I haven't really found anything else Actually, it's one more vitamin that I found. Can't remember the spelling of it, so I'll add it below, or I'll add it in when I post. So there's 3 vitamins I found over the counter. Haven't really found any more. 3 might be enough, that I think about it, especially with all the other medicines and stuff that we take. 3 vitamins may be enough to take to help us boost. But yeah, I just wanted to insert this little short video on how we can get our hemoglobins up on our own, increase the red blood cells in our body on our own, reduce crisis when tolerable and necessary on our own, increase our energy on our own. And I just wanted to become less ignorant with the diet part of sickle cell, and become more educational, because with my hyperhemolysis, I have found that going home and making smoothies with these vegetables and fruits that are high in folate helps increase my hemoglobin so much, so much. Like, I've gotten myself out the hospital by bringing a blender up here, and even using the fruits and the vegetables here on my daily diet tray. Spinach. I have access to unlimited spinach. I have access to carrots. I have access to fruits. It's mostly melons and cantaloupe, but there's also grapes, and I can get, I'm looking at my tray right now, I can get watermelon, I can get grapes, I can get apples. I mix it in with, I'll ask for spinach, I'll ask for carrots, I'll ask for salad, where I'll get, not even knowing, but now that I know, lettuce, and I'll add in, apple juice, or now that I know orange juice, I'll add in cranberry juice and stuff like that when I'm in hospital. And within a day or two, and I'm not exaggerating, my hemoglobin has jumped from the 3s or the 4s into the high 5s. And I just wanted to share this because just recently, probably in like July, I had like an argument with somebody that I was dealing with. He was really up on, clean. He was more so pushing me to be vegan, which something that I wanted to, because like chicken and fish, types of fish and chicken helps us, with our hemoglobin. Grilled chicken, grilled fish, salmon, that helps us increase our levels. But he was also pushing for healthier eating, cleaner eating, and me being, I guess, trapped in my little, I don't want to say sympathy box, but in my little box where I feel like no matter what I do, I'm always going to produce sickle cells, always going to have sickle cells. I wasn't against it all the time. Like, when he was suggested, I would, go for it. But I wasn't for it all the time, because I felt like, you trying to force me to eat clean, it's never going to change the fact that I'm not going to have sickle cell. But once I got this hyperhemolysis and started doing my own research, it absolutely changes. It doesn't change the fact that I have sickle cell, but it changes the states that I'm in, how many admissions that I'm in, boosting my own hemoglobin, making myself more healthier, giving myself more energy. And like I said earlier in the video, if I could pass this on to somebody right now and help them, and to prevent them from organ failure, organ damage, this hyperhemolysis syndrome, or to help them if they ever come, fall into this syndrome, then on my end, that would be something that's amazing. So I am going to also write in the caption, I'm also going to post in my YouTube caption these notes that I took. I'm going to write them out, and I'm going to post them, for anybody that want to screenshot. I'm going to post them on the page under the Do You Know, and then on the YouTube video for anybody that want to read along, you know, as they go. So thank you. Hope you like, subscribe, share it, spread it on Instagram and your stories. I give you permission to. And if you have any questions, you can DM me. You can write in the comments on this YouTube page. You can also go to my Instagram page at Fighting for Cure SS and DM me any questions, you know, you want to ask me personally or in private, and I'll do my best to answer them. Thank you guys for watching.